Welcome back, everybody, or just welcome back if you listen for the first time. But this is episode 8 of The Sam Show. Welcome. And it's Friday, it's Easter weekend, it's Good Friday today. God, I'm going to eat loads of Easter eggs on the weekend. I don't know about you guys, but as per, we always have a banging episode installed. So first thing we're going to be talking about today is the Temu code that's been going around. The Temu link. What does it mean? What's happening? What does it do? We're all going to be finding out about that. And this article that I saw come up, in fact, one of my mates said it to me. Shout out to them. Is that apparently Essex is the best place to go if there's a zombie apocalypse. So it got me thinking, you know, I might talk about where do you think the best places will be for a zombie apocalypse? Like, if your ideal place for a zombie apocalypse, because maybe it isn't Essex, because I know for me it won't be, but we'll get stuck into that later. But let's just get stuck straight into it, shall we? Right. Temu. God, Temu. Need I say more about it? But if you don't know what Temu is, I'm quite surprised. But essentially, it's like one of those websites where it sells a lot of stuff for a really low price. Like I think the motto is like, "Oh, shop like a billionaire." They sell everything for a low price. You can buy a lot of stuff, but I have no doubt that it's probably gonna break. Like probably in a week of using it or something. I see you can get these darts and stuff. They're probably gonna snap in half after the first few throws, after the first few 180s you hit. But yeah, so it's like a website. You can buy loads of cheap stuff. You can buy clothes on there and stuff like for like £2. Like we're talking stupid cheap here. We're not talking like a tenner that you might be able to get from some places. We're talking about like £5 and below. Temu is that's what it's about. But recently, a couple of links have been swirling about, haven't they? And some of you will know because you've probably done the link, haven't you? You've done the link to claim your £50. Yeah, so what they were doing, they sent out this link, and basically you'd send it to someone, they'd go onto it, they'd sign up, and you'd get £50 in return, but you could keep doing it, so loads of people have actually made a lot of money off it. But it sounds a little bit fishy already, doesn't it? And if you know Temu, why would a business like them just be, you know, dashing about £50 left, right, and centre? That's got to be quite a lot of money, you know. £50 on Temu could probably get you quite a lot. You know, that's a lot of phone cases you can buy. But, you know, so this link, £50. Why wouldn't you do it, eh? Why wouldn't you do it? You can get your money for free. You can get £50 for free really easily. Why wouldn't you do it? Well, the reason why you shouldn't do it is because if you were smart enough and read the terms and conditions, but in all fairness, I'll give you this, guys, if you have done it, no one reads the terms and conditions ever. And a lot of people will be saying like, oh, well, other businesses do this. Well, this sounds awful. So I'll read you the cash reward official rules then. The cash reward official rules. Publicity/usage rights. Except to the extent prohibited by applicable law, participation in the program and or recipient or use of rewards constitutes a member's consent for sponsor to use and publish such members' photo, name, likeness, voice, opinions, statements, biographical information, and/or hometown and state for promotional or advertising purposes in any media worldwide, now known or hereafter developed in perpetuity without further review, notification, payment, or consideration. Wow. Well, it sounds like you're signing your life away here. And there's another bit, the privacy section. Each member agrees that sponsor may collect, process, and use their personal information in connection with the program in accordance with sponsors' privacy policy, blah, blah, blah. Basically, you're signing your life away. That's what it is. You're signing your life away into Temu. So what's going to be happening to you people who have signed up and, you know, got however much money from the link, there's going to be a point you're going to be like scrolling through Temu. That's if you use it. I don't know anyone who uses Temu. That's the thing. I don't know anyone who uses Temu because I think it's just like it seems just like a scam. It seems this is saying of the day for this scenario. It's too good to be true. Did no one think that? Did no one think that? Like, you got loads of young people doing it as well. This is the thing, and it's what makes me quite funny. I saw someone tweet this out. You got all these young people. These are the same people that would say, "Oh, old people will fall for anything online." Well, let me tell you something. You have just fallen for a link of Temu, a website which sells stuff for about £5 and below, to get 60 quid. That's what you've done. That's what you've done. To get 60 quid off a website which sells stuff for near enough nothing. No, 50 quid, sorry. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. From a business standpoint as well, surely you've got to think, now, the amount of people that will do this link, the amount of people that will do it, why on earth? Like, why on earth would a business do this? Why would you? It doesn't make sense. Think about it. Imagine all £50 that you're giving away. I'd love to see if there's like a statistic that shows how much money they've given to people. Because I don't know where this money's coming from as well. Maybe it's like investors, or they might have like dodgy income and money. I don't know. It's Temu, like I said. You don't know. But it doesn't make sense. I don't know why you'd fall for it. It's such a stupid idea. It's such a stupid concept. Thing is though, people will be like, "Oh well, Sam, you do get the 50 quid." Yeah, but look what you're selling away. Basically, what you're doing, you're pushing your thing away for 50 quid. That's what you're doing. You're giving like them access to everything for 50 quid. And it was like, I saw someone on Twitter say they got an email. I think it was yesterday or today, whenever it was. No, yesterday or Wednesday, and obviously not today because it's 6 a.m. That'd be stupid. But they said that they got an email, and it contained a message which said something along the lines of, there being 180 breaches of your password. Now, that's probably because you've signed up to the Temu scheme. And once you've signed up to the Temu scheme, you're giving away everything. You're giving away your name. You're giving away, you're allowing them to use that stuff. So you never know when AI gets more developed in the future. You might be, you'll be on Temu one time and you'll see yourself in like a hoodie which says like the place where you're from on. Like, how over in England we have, you go to Primark or something, and you go to like one of those stores and they have the hoodie and it says like Utah or New York, Buffalo, LA. There'll be like bits like that saying like Manchester, Blackburn. I mean, there's probably ones that say London, Norwich, Ipswich. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. You're going to see stuff. It's like, oh, that's me. Then you're going to hear them talking. You're going to be like, oh, that's me again. I wonder how they get that information though, because it did say in the terms of services they can use your voice. Is it like when you sign up to Temu, do you have to use like a little like voice activation thing to like get in or to like sign up for it? I think that's pretty baffling. That why would they take your voice? Look, they're after everything. You're gonna be on some like Temu advertising in the future in 10 years' time, or there's gonna be like a double of you, an AI double of you, like cutting about like China, because that's where Temu originates from. So you're probably gonna be like if you ever go to China, you might come across a hologram of yourself, which would be a pretty cool experience, but it'll like mimic the same actions as you and everything. But hopefully we don't have to experience that for like another 15 years. Let's hope AI doesn't get on that quick soon. And the Temu takeover, that's what it is, the Temu takeover. Because it's the only thing that I've seen on Twitter as well. It's like people tweeting out saying like, your fella sends the Temu link. Like, and then when they send it, yeah, it's like begging for money on the street, isn't it? Like, that's what it felt like, because, when some people sent it me, it was like that. It's like, oh, you got your hat out on the street. Oh, could I have 40 quid, please? Could you sign up to this so I can get 40 quid? No. Because I'm smart. I'm not going to scam myself with Temu for 50 quid. I'll happily try and make 50 quid myself, not try and get it off some, like, Chinese website where they sell just pure tat, because that's what it is. It's like if you go to Blackpool or something, or like Benidorm, and you go to like one of the tat shops they have there. That's essentially what Temu is. It's just full of random stuff, random clothes, random objects that like you're probably going to see on Amazon for about 70 quid, but here they are for 10 quid, so buy them. Yeah, Temu's not for me. I didn't do the link personally. Some people have, and you know what? You should hold your hands up and say, look, you got played, because quite frankly, I think you have got played if you're taking the link. But, each to their own, I guess, if you want to sell your rights away. Go do it. I'm not going to stop you, and Temu definitely isn't going to stop you. Oh, that's a bit of a blast from the past, if you know that. Not even the past, like the past few years, but zombies. I don't even know why this has came up. So yeah, I heard my mate say this actually. Essex is the best place for a zombie apocalypse. That's pretty interesting, I think. And it was apparently because it's got a lot of like production there or something. It's near an ocean. It's got big like transfer links to the country and stuff. But it got me thinking. Where do you think the best place would be? Because when I had this conversation with my friends, I said IKEA. I think if you go to any IKEA in the country, I think it would be mint. Because imagine that, right? So these are the pros. These are the pros of IKEA. So obviously when you go into IKEA, it's like you have to follow one route. It's a massive maze. You got beds. You got beds in IKEA. So that's a good start off. You have somewhere to sleep. You've got multiple beds as well, so you can keep swapping around. It's got wardrobe space. They've got chairs everywhere. They've got loads of furniture. Like they have little rooms built in and stuff. You could use them. You could use it to hide in and stuff. Like there's 24-hour in IKEA videos that you used to see back in 2017 or like earlier even. But I think IKEA would be mint. Because you get food, you got the food court, because you have the massive food court, and there'll be loads of stuff in like the storage in the warehouse and stuff. You can get all like the Swedish meatballs and fish and chips that they do there. The IKEA food court, man, that's another subject. I could do a whole episode on IKEA. The IKEA food court is brilliant. I wonder, that's a good date idea. Your fella takes your bird to your IKEA food court. That's crazy. That's a date idea. Go to IKEA. If anyone's listening, like planning on like going out on a date with a girl or anything, take them to IKEA food court. That'll be a banging date. I'd do that. I mean, if someone asked me to go to IKEA food court on a date, I'd be well up for that. Anyway, back to the zombie apocalypse. There's bigger things to be talking about here than IKEA food court dates. But yeah, so they've got the food. Then the massive warehouse as well, because all the furniture that they'll have in there, everything, they got loads of stuff in there. And it's a massive building as well. If you manage to like know what the things are, like know the mapping of the place, that's your playground. You can do whatever in there. You'll have the time of your life inside IKEA during a zombie apocalypse. Impenetrable building as well. Just shut everything. No zombies are getting in. You're gonna have weaponry as well, because they have like cutlery bits. They sell knives and stuff. Oh, you'll be laughing. You'll be laughing in a zombie apocalypse. You could get on the roof and whatever, like look about. Oh, God, IKEA. Or are you like a stay-at-home person in a zombie apocalypse? Would you want to stay at home? I don't think it'd be a bad idea. Because you got your bed, got a nice house, you got family might be there. You might have a decent bit of food as well. You might have your TV as well. TV and radio. That is a big deal. Might be one in IKEA, but TV and radio, that would be pretty good as well, won't it? The house would be pretty decent. Where else could you stay? Cinema? No, that'd be awful, wouldn't it? There's literally like a Call of Duty Zombies map, which gives you a reason why you probably shouldn't be in a cinema in a zombie apocalypse. That's probably not a good idea. In a lot of darkness, just going to be living off popcorn and like ice cream and then the nachos and hot dogs that they sell. Hey, at least you get a drinks fountain, but like that's only going to last for so long as well. Yeah, probably not a cinema. You might be able to watch some decent films though if you go into like the little like the rooms where they actually like project the footage onto the screen. That'd be good. Where else? Would you stay near a city? I think a city would be the worst place. That's why I don't like the idea of going to Essex for one. Because you've got London near you. Well, it's like relatively near you. But you've also got some pretty big cities around you. And I know that completely contradicts the IKEA point. But the IKEA is a fortress. Nothing's getting into IKEA. The zombies will get in there and get lost and they'll leave. They'll have emotions and leave out of pure frustration. And you're laughing. You're sat there in IKEA laughing. It'd be brilliant. But I wouldn't stay in like a big city or anywhere near a big city, because that'd be where most of these zombies are, right? Won't they? That's where all the zombies are. They'll be in the city. Like, get your crackhead zombies that are like done like a shot of something, and they're sprinting after you like some World War Z type stuff. But that's also a big point when you come to talking about zombie apocalypse as well. What type of zombies? Because if you're going off films, the worst ones, in my opinion, would be World War Z zombies. I think that's what the film's called, World War Z. Because those guys run. And I remember that scene where they're climbing up a wall and stuff. That'd be awful, wouldn't it? Just imagine seeing that. There's me stood on top of my IKEA, all like decked out of my gear and stuff. You know, I've got my bowl of Swedish meatballs and one ham knife in the other. Got the big teddy bear sat there with me as well. And then you just see the zombies climbing up the IKEA walls. Oh, that'd be terrifying. So I definitely wouldn't want World War Z zombies. What other film zombies are there? I haven't watched that many zombie films. Walking Dead zombies. There you go. There's one that you'd want. They just stroll about, don't they? They just cut about. Or video game zombies. Yeah, Call of Duty zombies, that'd be all right. So, but not until the later rounds where they start running and stuff. That'd be a bit of a pain. But yeah, zombie apocalypse. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? There's always like people saying, "Oh, there might be a zombie apocalypse." You always got your mad cow disease, zombie cows and stuff. And like, there actually are like zombie insects with like. I remember seeing a video of a wasp getting like infected with a parasite, and then it started like flying around and stuff. It looked absolutely terrifying. But yeah, zombie apocalypse. Where would you guys want to stay? Where would you want to stay at a zombie apocalypse? Are you at home? Are you IKEA? Will you be coming to IKEA like me? Cinema? Shopping centre? I can imagine like what Trafford Centre might be. Trafford Centre might be a little bit decent, won't it? Going down to Trafford Centre and cutting about there. cutting about there and stuff, and getting into all the shops, stealing all the clothes, because that's the thing though, you have a lot of food in the Trafford Centre. You got a food court and stuff. Or is it with like most shopping centres as well? You know what I mean? Because surely a lot of them have food courts, don't they? But they might have all like escaped and like taken them for themselves. But all the shops might be raided. That might be a possibility. That's not what I'm thinking about. People start like raiding places and that, and it'll get absolutely mental. Then you'll have nothing left. You'll go into like Hugo Boss in the shopping centre, and there's going to be nothing there. You'll be bare bones. You'll end up naked because of everyone raiding everywhere. In all seriousness, how long do you think you'd last in a zombie apocalypse? So you've got your place where you're staying, you've got your food, you've got your weapons or whatever. How long do you think you would last? Go on, have a think. How long would you think you'd last? To be fair, it depends how many there is, or like where like. So if I was in IKEA, and everything went perfect for me, I think I could survive one. I'm going to say that I could survive one. I think I've got the instincts. I think I've got the physicality to survive a zombie apocalypse. I think I do. I think I've got the smarts as well. I could easily do that. Hey, if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, you know who to come to, because I have bags of confidence right now to go take on a massive horde of zombies. Enough of the zombie talk. Otherwise, I'll like manifest it into existence, and it will happen soon. It will happen in the near future, won't it? Watch my luck. I haven't had good luck recently with the podcast, especially what I was talking about last week. But we're going to be moving on anyway. Of course, the top 5 moments of the week. We love it, don't we? We love this part of the show. It's fantastic, isn't it? We just go through social media and just look at the most random stuff that has happened in the week, or just videos that are like, man, they might be like 5 years old or whatever, but they've popped back up, and we're going to be here to talk about them. Right, so the first moment of the week. We all know someone who can't handle the drink, can we? Do we? We all know someone who can't handle the drink. I mean, I can't really talk. I'm not in a position to talk about this because I don't drink. Yes, wow, 17-year-old lad does not drink. That's unheard of. That's unheard of in this day and age. You get a lot of stick for it, like. People should be patting me on the back and applauding me, but I get a lot of stick for it. But yeah, this lad in Amsterdam. I mean, I actually found this out recently. So he froze up. I kind of spoil it. He froze up, but sorry if you do have a phobia of throwing up, because I found out that was a thing off TikTok, that, you know, people genuinely, they throw up at the sight of people throwing up as well. I mean, I get uneasy at the smell of it, but when I see people throwing up, I don't get uneasy about it. But anyway, here's the video. Be careful if you have that phobia.
No way.
I mean, a lot of people have been there, haven't they? They've all thrown up after a drink, but the bit that makes that video hilarious, unless they've been out on the sesh like all day previously before that and, you know, doing things you can do in Amsterdam, he just has one tequila shot. I'll describe the video. One tequila shot, and he shoves it down with like a lemon or something. I think it's because it like kind of takes away the taste, because tequila isn't the nicest of drinks. Yeah, I did go through a phase where I did drink, but tequila isn't the nicest of stuff. It tastes pretty disgusting. So I could imagine him trying to like combat that taste with a lemon or whatever. But it's the fact that he just froze up immediately after one shot. It's like there's not being able to handle your drink, and then there's that, which is absolutely mental. And keeping on the theme of drinking, the foreign secretary or the foreign whatever here in the UK has advised people, because obviously it's the Euros in the summer. Woohoo! Come on, England. In Germany. Oh, what a place to win it, wouldn't it? What a place that'd be to win the Euros. But basically, the foreign officer warns fans travelling over to Germany that the beer is actually stronger. It might be stronger, and it usually is a lot stronger there, isn't it? It's like about 8%, 6% per pint. We can get any fact checkers who have been to Germany to actually confirm that. But that's a pretty stupid warning to get out, because I just think, like, you know, we're gonna do it anyway. Like, that's gonna just make them drink more. It's gonna be like, oh mate, 8% beer for like €4. This is mint. This, and they're gonna be like necking them back even more. That's not a warning. That's That's more encouraging, if anything. Sat in a beer garden in Berlin or Munich or wherever, and they're drinking your 8% beer. Oh, foreign officer, you're doing it all wrong. You're doing it all wrong. That's not a warning. You're inviting British people to go and get absolutely on it, because that's going to be the summer of our lives. It's coming home, yeah. It's definitely coming home. Yeah. Serious coping there. Serious coping. Yeah, it'll come home. It'll come home in the Euros. I'm sure it will. Come on, Sam. Come on, everybody. It's gonna come home, isn't it? It's gonna come home. Well, we're talking a little bit more football here. Well, it's kind of football, but the most random video came up on my Twitter. I'm not going to play it because there's just no sound. I'll just tell you what was in it. And it was really random. So what I could gather, it was this factory in Hong Kong, and they were like dividing these things or whatever. Like, it's yellow stuff with like a sausage in or something. I had no clue what it was. It looked really weird, and like, yeah, it was really weird, basically. But the person like working there, they're like, they're like white like lab coat on or anything to try and look dead official whilst they're faffing around with like whatever they're doing, like whatever they're cooking up in Hong Kong, whatever. Yeah, but you see, like, you look at the sleeve, it's got loads of badges on. It's got like Hong Kong flag, and then you got some like Chinese writing on there as well. And then, like, there was a Stoke badge. I couldn't get my head around it. And a lot of people in the comments couldn't get their head around it as well. What on earth is a Stoke badge doing on the side of someone's lab jacket in Hong Kong? That's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I never knew Stoke had that much of a reach. Like, didn't you know Stoke-on-Trent's a place? That is brilliant, isn't it? In China, if someone knows about Stoke-on-Trent, I find that fantastic. Like certain places over here, like if you could go over to China and talk to someone about Stoke-on-Trent, that'd be brilliant. Like, but put the Stoke badge on the side of a jacket. My theory is for this, and I just thought of this. My theory is that it's probably like, because they might be manufactured over there. It might be like Stoke training jackets or Stoke chef jackets are manufactured there. And they get like the ones that are a little bit wrong. Like they have like a bit of stitchings wrong on them, and they're not fit for use, and quotation marks heavily because they still are, because someone's using it. Not fit for use. That must be it. But I just find it funny, and it's so random. Like, look at the video yourself. Your mouth will drop to the floor. What on earth is a Stoke badge on some lab jacket doing over there in China? That's weird. Really random as well, isn't it? But that's what it's all about, the top 5 of the week. That's what it's all about. Another random moment as well. God, this cracked me up, because I looked at it and gone like, oh, fair enough. Is like, she's got herself into a bit of trouble here. But we all know Astrid Wet, or I hope we all know Astrid Wet. I would say search her up, but like, you know, do it in a private place. Yeah, just do it in a private place, because you'll understand why if you do. But oh, this is brilliant. So there was this man. I'll get the tweet up to read it out right now. There was this man who claimed that she stole like thousands of pounds off her. So I'll read it out. So this woman's gone on some Southampton group or whatever about selling stuff, and said, "Hi, sorry if not allowed. Does anyone know this girl?" And it's a picture of Ashford Wet. "She's stolen thousands of pounds from me and my husband. Police are not interested in, unfortunately. She's from Southampton. Please private message me." Do you know, like, this is what was going through his head when he was thinking of that excuse to his wife.
This was the no-brainer. This was the banker. This was the one that couldn't fail. This was one that's never failed.
And do you know what? Fair play, because it's worked and she's fallen for it. But I read it at first and I was like, oh, yeah, well, like I said at the start, oh, she got herself into a bit of trouble. But then I read the comments and it was like, that's why. That's why he said that. So what I can assume, this man who has his missus or whatever has spent thousands of pounds on Ashford Wet's OnlyFans, and he's done a cover-up. This is fantastic. He's done a cover-up of saying he got stolen £1,000 off her. Check the bank statements, love. Check the bank statements, because that won't say, oh yeah, it's bank transfer. That's going to say a transfer into OnlyFans. Yeah, how are you even spending £1,000 on it, mate? God, your missus as well, mate. Nothing else. You don't need Astrid Wet, man. You don't need Astrid Wet. I mean, keep it on influencers here. You've probably seen it. It's pretty funny, but I think it's a whole stunt. But essentially, HS Tiki apparently crashed his McLaren with General G in it. And listen to this. General G was not in a good state.
Fucking hell. HS has fucking walked off. Left his McLaren and walked off. Fucking hell. Hey, General, you good?
I feel something crack, bro.
Are you alright?
No, I think.
Aye, that's not trust, man. Shit. Fuck. General.
No, that's not trust, isn't it? That's not trust. I have no clue what's happened here, because I saw this come up and I'm like, loads of people were posting the video. Loads of people were posting it. And I was like, oh my God. HS is horrible. I know he's not the best man already, but he's horrible. He's just crashed his car and he's left General G, who's felt a crack inside of his body, lying on the side of the road. This is horrendous. This is horrendous. But HS was then putting out videos of him then, and he wasn't even in the UK where this crash happened. He was out somewhere else. But then apparently it's like a massive promotion for something that he's doing. And do you know what? I think he has generally crashed the car, because like there's generally a buckled McLaren on the side of the road. You got General G, the poor man. General G just there. Oh, built something crack. And then the guy coming up doing the video. What a tight get he is, isn't he? What a tight man coming up and saying, that's not trust, isn't it? God, I mean, that General G guy's an absolute state. Just search him up and look at him. The guy's a state. Just trust this, trust that. The python can't be tamed. Mate, have a day off. well, that's the end of episode 8. Episode 8. We got into it. We're nearly in double figures. Only 2 more weeks, and we've hit episode 10. Wow. Well, look, I hope you had a good time listening to this episode. Hopefully it started your day off well. Or hope you're going to have the good rest of your day, or have a good night, whatever time you're listening to this at. Just whatever applies to you. Make sure to get our social media pages. Instagram and TikTok is _Sam_show4. Posting videos on there, posting clips from the podcast on there, just posting everything on there. Twitter, _Sam_show4. Make sure you go follow those accounts, guys. Look, hope you had a good time listening. Guys, have a good weekend. Have a good Friday. Have a good Easter Monday. If you're in education, you got 2 weeks off. Go make the most of it, especially if you've got exams coming up. Go make the most of these 2 weeks off. Don't revise. Joking, do revise. I might get in trouble for saying that. Do revise. But guys, have a good rest of your day. Have a good week. Whatever it is. But look, see you at the same time next week, 6 a.m. Friday.